Welcome back, Stefano. Did you enjoy your vacations?
Yeah, very good. I mean, I had a great vacation period with my family, with my kids, at the mountains in the Dolomites. And now back home, back in the office, and looking forward to arrive in Belgium for the next race. Battery recharged? Yes, fully recharged. And I already saw a lot of people today. I'm on the back, all the people, some with a very dark skin, some others with normal skin. But everyone fully motivated for the second part of the season. What are the goals of Scuderia Ferrari in the remaining part of the season? I think that our realistic target is to win races, to score as many points as we can, and do not look at the classification. But for sure with the aim of have the feeling that we can do something important. We know that, as I said, realistically to achieve the target of being the championship is difficult with such a gap, but our aim is really to fight up to the end, and if we are able to win races, I think that we can do a good job, and then we will see what will be the gap in a couple of races. At which stage we are with the development of the 150 at Italia? I think that we are almost there because, as you can imagine, the development with regard to the Belgian Grand Prix, to the Monza package has already done and deliberated, and unless any specific and not predictable at the moment reason to change the plan, we are already full throttle with the project of the 2012 car. People and tifosi in particular always look ahead. What can you say to us about the next year's car? Well, as you know, from the technical point of view, in terms of regulation, apart from the exhaust position, the 2012 car will be, I would say, a development of the actual project. What I can say is that I already saw the model that is running on the wind tunnel, the design on the technical office. I can see a car that is really, in a way, very innovative. And this is what we have to do, because the target of next year is to really to make sure that we are competitive since the beginning of the season. We're going to race in Spa, a very fascinating track. What are your memories, good or bad, of related to this race? Well, Spa is a unique circuit. I mean, for the nature of the track, for the length of the track, for the conditions that normally we have during the race in terms of wet, dry. As I said, the unique place. Sporting memories, 2004 with the victory of Michael when we won the title with him. 2009 with the victory of Kimi in a difficult season. And from a personal point of view, I would say 1998 when Michael had a counter on the track with David Coulthard, when he came back and he wanted to go walking into the pit lane, trying to discuss with David in a very, I would say, friendly way, and I was close to him. Did you speak with Felipe and Fernando during the break? Yes, I spoke with both of them. They were both at home, Spain and Brazil, and they were in a really good shape. You mentioned Michael. This weekend will be a very special one for him because it will be his 20th anniversary in Formula One. What would you like to say to a driver who made the history of Ferrari? Michael is the history of Ferrari. He's the president of Formula One. He's the best driver in Formula One. He has won 7 World Championship titles, and is part of not only of the history, as we said, but he's part of our heart, for me and for the team. And we have a little surprise for him during this weekend. The Spa circuit, together with Monza, is known as an engine track. Can you explain us why?
Spa circuit is really a very interesting and challenging track from a technical point of view. In both tracks, Monza and Spa, the engine impact in terms of performance is higher Normally we speak about more than 0.3 of a second, each 10 horsepower. But this is not only the most important things. Both are tracks where the engine is full load for a lot. So from a reliability point of view, it's very important. Spa, anyway, is a track where aerodynamic efficiency plays a big role. So you need a very good car to be quick. It's not just a question of engine, as usual, but especially in Spa.
At Spa, Ferrari won his first hybrid race in 2009 with Kimi Räikkönen. How much important is the role of cars in a track like this?
In a track where power plays a big role, clearly cars gives a little bit more contribution. Anyway, the power and energy of the cars are limited by regulation. In 2009, Ferrari could win with Kimi Räikkönen, and it was clear that cars helped a lot Ferrari at that time to prevent Force India to overtake. And this shows exactly that in a track like Spa, cars can help you or to overtake or eventually to avoid to be overtaken. So we hope that also this year, cars will give a good contribution to our performance.
How the work on the development of cars is going on?
It's a continuous development. As I told you before, we cannot change maximum power and maximum energy, but we can increase the efficiency of the system, and this we are working on this, but also to reduce the weight. So during the season we have several steps always to improve our system in the car.
There's still a lot of talk about the exhaust and the aerodynamic role of the exhaust. As an engine guy, which are the areas where you are working on?
This year the importance of exhaust tends to be higher and higher. There are a lot of limitations also from the aero point of view, but we have seen that with the correct or a different use of the engine, we may help our aerodynamics colleagues to have a better aerodynamic efficiency in the car. So we are working on this, and we're trying to give our best contribution, but we have to be sure that we don't influence in a negative way the reliability of the engine and of the car, because this way of using the exhaust may have a bad impact in the car as well. We have seen this year several fires in the car during the race, and we want to avoid this, of course.
But do you feel penalized because you have to sacrifice some power?
I think the engine is a part of the car. It is not just a question of maximum power. If the engine in some way can help to have a faster car, we are so happy to contribute on this. We think at the moment that in the balance, compromising a little bit engine efficiency or power to have a better aero efficiency, it's worthwhile. So we are working on this, and hopefully we can give our best contribution to a quick Ferrari.
Other areas on which the engine department is working is lubricants and fuel. Where we are in our cooperation with Shell on those areas?
I think that our cooperation with Shell has been a part of our good improvement in the past, and is still one of the most important areas of development. One of the few areas where we can still develop. And we have introduced several steps last year, and this year we are planning to introduce other steps. Most of them are related to reliability and also to efficiency in terms of fuel consumption. And this long partnership we have with Shell is, I think, a very important advantage we may have with respect to other competitors.